Welcome back, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, to another episode of In a Nutshell. I am your host, Nico, and let's jump right into it. 2 points before we start. 1, this video might be a little longer than 3 minutes because it's a holiday, right? So figured we'd shake things up a bit, and I'll try to fit in as much as I can. 2, obviously a change of setting. That is because I unfortunately work on Thanksgiving. For any of you in the restaurant or retail business, I think, sorry to hear that because I know it sucks, right? But it's going to be a crazy day tomorrow, and I figured let's just film this now so I can post it, get it out to you guys and all the fans, and yeah, just figured I'd do that. So, happy Thanksgiving, or as I like to call it, vegan's nightmare. Because this is the one day of the year that we eat enough meat to make up for all of the meat that vegans don't eat throughout the year, right? We genocide thousands of turkeys, and nobody cares. We celebrate it. Except like that 1 or 2 bird that the president may pardon. You know, Biden had to pardon 2 because, which I'm shocked none of the minority groups talked about that last year and this year, because it's easier for a bird to be pardoned than a human being, which is sad. That's sad, but it's also a great topic to bring up at your Thanksgiving table with your family at the table. Wow, because politics and religion are great topics. Asking someone who they voted for, great conversation starters. Especially at Thanksgiving when all that anxiety is up in the air. Oh, really fun. That's why I find it funny that Thanksgiving is all about talking about things you appreciate and you're thankful for. Yet we talk about the 2 things that get us pissed that we don't appreciate, But that's beyond me. So anyway, let's talk about Thanksgiving, right? Because it is a weird holiday. I don't really consider it a holiday anymore because to me, it's just the beginning of Christmas, the only really fun thing about it is the parade and then Santa comes at the end. You're like, all right. That's Christmas, But out of everything, we eat the worst food. Listen, I'm Italian, so we're always eating flavorful stuff, right? Even on Thanksgiving, we eat flavorful stuff. But I like American food too, and it's we eat so much stuff like burgers, pizza. These are all good food. Why do we eat the most dry-ass bird on Thanksgiving? I mean, think about it. We eat a dry bird that you can't consume enough water in order to eat this thing. We canned fruit soup. What is that cranberry shit? It tastes fine, but it doesn't look appealing at all. First of all, you gotta crack the can open. Then it literally slurps out, just slurps out of the can, and then when it comes out of the can, it stays in the shape of the can, with the grooves and all. So it's just sitting there, and it really takes the value out of the whole table. If you got a nice display, that canned gook just doesn't look great, right? Then we got freaking raw ass vegetables, just raw vegetables, no flavor, no seasoning, just vegetables. I don't want your broccoli, all right? There's plenty of food. I don't need your little baby carrots and broccoli. It's not my thing. Then this is a brainiac idea, and I would like to know who came up with this idea. We take bread, as if there's not enough food as is. There's bread too on the table sometimes, but we take more bread, shove it into the turkey's ass, cook it with the turkey, and then we eat that bread. Who thought it was a good idea to just shove bread into a bird's ass? I don't know. That's why I applaud the people who try to take some initiative and they wrap the turkey in bacon. Thank you. Take some sort of initiative to make this food better. I mean, really. Turkey wasn't even eaten at the first Thanksgiving. It was deer. If you look it up, it was deer. Deer was eaten at the first Thanksgiving. Now, I know we don't eat deer, obviously, but let's substitute it for something else that's similar, like cow. Maybe that's why everybody's so angry at the Thanksgiving table, because it's bad food. If we all had an Angus burger in front of us, Thanksgiving dinner would be a lot less anxious. You know, it would just, everybody would be happy. No politics, nothing. It would just take a bite of your burger and move on. Give the vegans the raw ass vegetables. No one cares. At least they're happy. Eat them, feed them the grass outside. That's fine. You know, there's plenty of that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If you do look up the real story of Thanksgiving, though, I mean, you know, Squanto? Squanto, everyone's learned about Squanto. You know, the Indian who, or the Native American who helped out the colonists grow the corn and the feast and everything. Squanto was a dick. If you really look up the story of Squanto, he was a dick. Listen, granted, he was a slave his whole life, so he has 100% right to be a dick. But he was like the first controversial guy at a Thanksgiving dinner. He was equivalent to like the uncle who brings up like Trump at the event. You know, that he's just like, so Trump, right? What a guy. And everybody's just like, oh, here we go. That's what Squanto is, because Squanto was the translator between the Native Americans and the colonists. Now listen, both of these groups were angry at each other as is, right? But Squanto thought, I'm the only one that could communicate, so maybe I'll make my own sort of like empire. And I'm going to tell this guy's talking shit. Then I'm going to tell this guy's talking shit. And that's exactly what he did. And then there was uproar. And so that's why. Here's a lesson. If you're sitting at your Thanksgiving dinner and you're like, oh, why is my family like this? Why can't my family get along? It's been like this from the beginning. It's part of the tradition, okay? So don't feel like you have to get along, because fighting and war is part of the tradition. It's part of our nature. So just embrace it, all right? At least you're not freaking committing genocide with the Native Americans. You know, turkeys aren't the only things we use to genocide for this holiday. But I don't know. But if you think about it, though, they didn't consider this Thanksgiving, right? Yes, so George Washington used the word Thanksgiving, I think, to talk about like he celebrated the end of the Revolution, right? Abe Lincoln used Thanksgiving as like a feast to celebrate the end of the Civil War. So what all it is a celebratory dinner. We have those all the goddamn time. We don't need a holiday. This holiday is based on nothing at all. You know who came up with the term Thanksgiving? The same woman who made the poem Mary Had a Little Lamb. Look this up. Made the term Thanksgiving. The most boring ass poem known to man. The most unoriginal poem known to man. The same person made the word Thanksgiving. That's who we're celebrating. We're celebrating her works. I don't know. This holiday is all delusion. That's what this holiday is. So I hope that's something you could talk about at your Thanksgiving dinner, because that's always a fun topic, you know? Always a fun topic at the end of the night, you know? While one of your uncles or father is falling asleep watching football on the couch, and your other part of the family are either arguing, washing dishes. I don't know. That's good to talk about with someone who's drunk or something, if you're not working. But we'll end it there, you know? Happy Thanksgiving. Thought I heard something. Happy Thanksgiving, you know? Here's some tips before we go. Wear sweatpants. You know, you don't need to do the whole belt game that after you're like undoing your belt. Just wear sweatpants. It's a lot easier. Paper plates can make it easier too. You know, don't get the whole cornucopia. And don't go out to dinner. Yeah, stay home. Let's make it easier for people like me who have to work, can't be with their families. But if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Instagram follow, TikTok follow. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I'll be talking about Black Friday, so I will see you all on Black Friday. And similar to Black Friday prices going down, I'm not going to be making a 10-minute video for Black Friday. So that'll be back to 3. So see you all tomorrow.